Welcome to Egypt. In today's video, I am going to tell you about ancient history of Egypt and many other facts about Egypt. If you are new on my channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon notification so you will never miss out any new notification from our channel. First of all, I am going to tell you about the ancient history of Egypt. Ancient history includes the periods of pharaonic rule, spanning from the pre-dynastic period to the end of Ptolemaic Kingdom. This era witnessed the development of complex societies along the banks of the Nile River, the construction of monumental structures such as pyramids, and the flourishing of art, literature, and science. The next topic that I am going to discuss about Egypt is Pyramid of Giza. The pyramids of Giza are among the most iconic and enduring symbols of ancient Egypt. These monumental structures, located on the outskirts of Cairo, consist of three main pyramids: the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, built as tombs for pharaohs during the Old Kingdom period. They showcase the remarkable engineering and architectural prowess of ancient Egyptians. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, also known as the Pyramid of Cheops, is the largest and most famous of three. It stands as one of the seven wonders of ancient world and was constructed over a span of approximately 20 years using millions of limestones and granite blocks. The scale of its construction continues to astound historians and visitors alike. Adjacent to the Great Pyramid of Khufu is the Pyramid of Khafre, which appears taller due to its location on higher ground. It is accompanied by the Great Sphinx, a majestic limestone statue depicting a mythical creature with the body of the lion and head of a human, to represent the pharaoh Khafre himself. The Pyramid of Menkaure, the smallest of three, completes the trio of pyramids at Giza. Despite its smaller size, it reflects the architectural mastery of ancient Egyptian civilization. Together, the pyramids of Giza stand as enduring symbols of Egypt's rich history and cultural heritage, drawing millions of visitors from around the world to marvel at their timeless splendors. The next place in Egypt that I am going to discuss about is Nile River. The Nile River is a major north-flowing river in the northeastern Africa, often regarded as the longest river in the world. It stretches over 6,650 kilometers from its source in Burundi and Rwanda, in the highlands of East Africa, to its delta where it empties into the Mediterranean seas. The Nile River has played a central role in the history of Egypt, culture, and livelihoods of the people among living along its bank for thousands of years. It has been a vital lifeline for ancient civilizations, particularly in Egypt and Sudan, providing fertile soil for agriculture, facilitating transportation and trade, and sustaining diverse ecosystems. In ancient Egypt, the Nile was worshipped as a deity of and considered the source of life itself. The annual flooding of the Nile brought nutrient-rich sediment to the surrounding floodplains, allowing for the cultivation of crops such as wheat, barley, and flax. This cyclical pattern of flooding and receding water formed the basis of the Egyptian agricultural calendar and contributed to the prosperity of the region. The Nile River also served as a natural highway for the transportation and trade, enabling the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between different regions along its course. It facilitated the development of early civilizations, including the Egyptian Nubian civilizations, whose economics, societies, and political structures were closely tied to the river. Today, the Nile remains the vital resource for the countries through which it flows, supporting agriculture, industries, and urban centers. However, it also faces numerous challenges, including pollution, habitat degradation, and competition for water resources among riparian states. The next place in Egypt that I am going to discuss about is Valley of the Kings. The valley is famous for its rock cut tombs, which were constructed to safeguard the bodies and prayers of deceased rulers for eternity. These tombs were intricately decorated with scenes from mythology, religious texts, depictions of pharaoh's journey to the afterlife, aimed at ensuring their successful transition and eternal life. Among the most notable tombs in the Valley of the King is the tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy king whose intact burial chamber was discovered by archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922. Tutankhamun's tomb, designated KB62, contained a wealth of treasures and artifacts, providing valuable insights into the valuable Egyptian funerary practices and beliefs. Other significant tombs in the Valley of Kings include those of Ramesses II, KV7, 81, KV17, and Thutmose III, KV34, among others. These tombs vary in size, complexity, and decoration, reflecting the status and power of the individuals interned within. The Valley of Kings continues to be a focal point of archaeological research and exploration, with ongoing efforts to document, preserve, and study its tombs and artifacts. It remains one of the most iconic and important archaeological sites in Egypt, offering visitors a glimpse into the grandeur and mystique of ancient Egyptian civilizations. The next place in Egypt that I am going to discuss about is Karnak. Karnak is an ancient Egyptian temple complex located near Luxor on the east bank of the Nile River. It is one of the largest religious sites in the world, spanning over 200 acres and featuring a vast array of temples, chapels, islands, and other structures. The Karnak complex was primarily dedicated to the god Amun, the chief deity of ancient Egypt during the New Kingdom period. Construction of the temples at Karnak began around the Middle Kingdom and continued for over 2 millennia, with each successive round to an embellishing site. One of the most iconic features of Karnak is Great Hypostyle Hall, a massive hall with towering columns arranged in a grid pattern. The hall, constructed during the reign of Seti I and his son Ramesses II, boasts 134 columns, some reaching over 20 meters in height. The columns are decorated with reliefs and depicted scenes from Egyptian mythology and religious rituals. Other notable structure within the Karnak complex includes the precinct of Mut, the avenue of Sphinxes, and various statues dedicated to the gods and pharaohs. Karnak served as a religious center of ancient Egypt and was the site of grand festivals, religious ceremonies, and processions held in honor of the gods. It was believed to the dwelling place of the gods on earth, where the divine and mortal realms intersected. Today, Karnak remains a popular tourist attraction and a testament to the architectural and religious achievements of ancient Egyptians. Monumental scale, architectural grandeur, and rich symbolism continues to captivate visitors from around the world, offering insight into the spiritual and cultural beliefs of ancient Egyptian civilization. The next place in Egypt that I am going to discuss about is Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel is an ancient temple in Egypt and located in southern Egypt, near the border with Sudan. On the western bank of Lake Nasser, it is renowned for its monumental rock-cut temples, which were built during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II in the 13th century. The Abu Simbel complex consists of 2 main temples: the Great Temple of Ramesses II and Temple of Hathor and Nefertiti. These temples were carved into the stone cliffs overlooking the Nile River and were dedicated to various Egyptian deities. The Great Temple of Ramesses II is the most imposing structure at Abu Simbel. It features 4 closer-seated statues of Ramesses II at its entrance, each reaching a height of around 20 meters. The facade of the temple is adorned with intricate reliefs and depicting scenes, Ramesses II's military victories, and religious ceremonies. Inside the temple, there are a series of halls and chambers, including the hypostyle hall, which is supported by massive columns adorned with intricate carving. At the rear of the temple lies the sanctuary, housing statues of gods Amun and many others. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay tuned for our next adventure as we explore the wonders of Turkey together. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and also hit the notification bell icon so you will never miss out that journey with us. See you in Turkey. Thank you.